Man, 4 families forced to go on TV because their daughter didn't want to go on the dating apps. Let's do it! So we're in New Orleans, Louisiana for Kelsey A's hometown. Looks a little different to me than when I was there for a bachelor party and spent half the time in the toilet because all their food is cream-based. And here's Kelsey A. My God, babe alert. Sleeveless white pantsuit, big hair. She looks like Julia Roberts in a movie where she's going to solve a murder by the bayou. Here's Joey. The camera stays on him for an awkward amount of time. If I were him, I'd be like, okay, enough of me. Yeah, I'm playing with my finger because I'm normally looking at my phone right now to get away from the horrific thoughts in my head. They look like they're in a painting of New Orleans. I'm realizing right now I'll never be this good looking or clean looking. They just look, thank you, cameraman. Yes, that's one for the boyfriends. They do like a tandem bike in the park. If I was in the back, I would try and slip out a little fart. She'd be like, what was that? I'd be like, nothing, just ride faster. Kelsey never opens her mouth when she talks. I mean, that is unbelievable. She is a ventriloquist. It's a talent.
I felt like, she was there.
This is how I think I look like when I'm making out in a bar. That's what we all think in the dewy meadow, when really it looks like. And here's the Kelsey family. That's the brother. That's the sister. The dad, who your mom right now is going, he should be on the Golden Bachelorette. That means your mom wants to bang Kelsey A's dad. And, I get it. Silver Fox. Widower. They have this really sweet family meeting. They go through pictures. Kelsey's mom has passed away. And it's all really nice and sweet. Like Joey's part of the family. Look the mom looks just like her. Same hair. Kelsey, whatever your heart tells you is what you should do. Also, do not tell anyone the secret I gave you about how to get volume in your hair. Do not teach it on TikTok. That is your power. Hold on to it. Kelsey A's dad talks with this whisper and calmness to it that it feels like he could murder you at any time. Like he's going to look into Joey's soul and be like, I know how to break your arms off of your body with one touch of my thumb. And I want you to have a good time tonight. But just remember, one thumb touch. We go to Rancho Cucamonga, California, which is where Rachel's family is. I would be so annoying on this date. The whole time I'd be like, Rancho Cucamonga, Cucamonga, Cucaracha, Rancho Cucamonga. It's a weird name. I can't stop saying it. Joey went with an aqua linen shirt. Wow. Confident move out of this guy. This thing would be 7 different colors of wet from all the sweat I'd have and would just be shriveled up and it'd be a belly shirt right now. Rachel drops a whole lot of information on Joey at the last second. She's like, okay, so the last guy I brought home, we were almost engaged. My family loved him and almost ruined us. And here's a super important cultural way to say hello that if you forget it, my mom will never forgive you. All right, let's go. Time to luau. Gotta say, I'm nervous for Joey. Rachel just taught him 100 different things he's got to remember to do for her culture that are respectful. Look at the dad. That is the most, you better be good to my daughter face I have ever seen in my entire life. Those eyes, that scowl, that could ruin him. So here's the big moment where he meets the mom and he does the forehead touch. He nailed it. They loved it. Good job. They're like, good job, Whitey. You can hang. And if you ask us for duck sauce with any of the foods, we will kick you out of our... So then they're going to eat the pig.
If the suitor is interested in the woman, he has to eat the ear.
Oh my God, not a lot of Jews at this party. Joey's like, I'll eat an ear.
Because our family is multicultural.
I've eaten asshole. Why wouldn't I eat an ear? I'm down. I gotta say, I'm happy for Joey. Look at it, he's nailing it. Look at it, even the dad's like, kid's got moves. Okay. He can do the Polynesian double dutch. Let's do it. Get him in. Look at this family. Okay, he doesn't look as happy anymore. Joey pitches the mom, and here's a sound you don't want to hear from the parent when you pitch the mom.
Yeah.
ate the pig's ear, and you do a good double Dutch, but yeah. Joey says this isn't traditional, and I know you're a traditional guy. And look at the dad gets a little upset. He's like,
in so many areas of life, I am not traditional.
he's like, listen, I am not traditional. Come on. My wife and I, we watch porn together. We talk about other women. She talks about other men. She puts a finger in my butt sometimes. Let's stop. Let's not get me down in traditional way. I'm not an old man. I'm a young guy. I listen to cool music. Every house they go to has this bench. It's like, I don't have a bench in my house. Every house has a bench for them to discuss love. Oh, come on over to the love bench. Let's discuss our feelings. What? Okay, we're in Becker, Minnesota for Daisy's date. Joey came dressed as a romantic interest in a Hallmark movie who never left town, and Daisy came back. She's a big-time lawyer who lost her job, came back to the Christmas tree farm, and Joey chops the trees at the farm. And here comes Joey. Daisy reacts to Joey like a toddler who's excited to get their bottle of milk. I'm starting to realize that this Christmas tree farm isn't like a small little mom and pop shop. It looks like the Exxon Mobil of Christmas trees. If you've got a Christmas tree, you have put money in Daisy's pocket. If you don't like Christmas, or if you're like not a holiday seasons type, you better stay away from Daisy and her family. I mean, it is like they live inside of a gingerbread house. Good for Daisy, but she's not who I'm choosing. I think I'm too cynical for her. Every day is just hot cocoa and Christmas tree cookies, and you're like hanging out with those things. I don't even know what those animals are. You gotta feed them. I don't know. This isn't for me. I'd be like, hey, it's July. Can we do something not Christmassy? And here are Daisy's friends. I'm not sure why they all kind of look like they're 15. Like, is this the cast of Degrassi? Who are these people? These girls look like every woman who has ever worn an infinity scarf in the history of infinity scarves. I really feel bad for that guy. How did he end up here? That's his girlfriend. She's like, if you do not come with us to the Christmas tree farm, I will never watch you play video games ever again. Daisy gives this whole weird speech about how this whole thing taught her that she can date again because men won't spit on her for having a cochlear implant. She's ringing a little young. Like, even Joey's like, yeah, I guess I'm a good guy for dating a hot chick with a cochlear implant. I guess that makes me a hero for dating a hot chick who is the heir to $1 billion Christmas tree, fortune. And then they all laugh for no reason. And then this guy laughs along. He's like, yeah, just keep laughing so I can get a blowjob again. Having a good time. So Joey's going to meet the Christmas tree family. And the mom, the dad, the brother, the sister, the grandma, the grandpa. Admit it right now. You thought the women on the Golden Bachelor were going to look like her grandma. You were nervous. You were like, oh my God, I'm going to have to watch this woman make out.
How's college?
She asked her brother how college is. He's like, it's awesome. I wear cut sleeves shirts all the time. The women are everywhere. And I can drink beer whenever I want. I don't have to hide it under a Christmas tree in the backyard like I had to here in high school. The moms are easy for Joey. All he's got to do is look deeply into their eyes and they're like, Joey, I didn't hear a word you said. I'm too wet to hear. I'm sure I could use a cochlear implant right now from how wet I am from listening to your voice. Daisy goes and talks to her dad. And does that look like a guy who owns a Christmas tree farm to you? That is more tech billionaire than Christmas tree farmer. What? How much money is this Christmas tree factory bringing in? This guy looks like he's going to make you download his Christmas tree app. Her dad tells her to shoot her shot. She's like, if it doesn't work out, I'll fly you home on Rudolph 1, my private jet. I'll get you back here in 2 seconds. I'll jingle all the way to Thailand to pick you up. They say goodbye to the family. Look at Grandma Gloria got one final touch of the action. the tree mogul dad. He's like, I put $1,000 in your account. He gives a big hug to the brother. The brother's like, you don't have any weed at all? Okay, thanks, man. So we're at Niagara Falls for Maria's hometown. It's the least Maria setting she could ever have. They should be at a brunch where the music's a little too loud and the food isn't very good. That's a Maria scene. Here's how you know Maria isn't Jewish. She's doing her date on the Maid of the Mist. No Jewish chick would ever go on this date. With my hair, it's gonna get all frizzy. My hair will turn into a bush. Do they give you a shower cap? Maria pulls out Canadian whiskey to pre-game meeting her family. This is more a move you do on the first day of a bachelorette party, not, hey, I'm gonna meet your dad, who's really scary looking.
When's the last time you brought someone home?
Oh my god. I've never brought anyone home.
Why do all these women drop information on Joey at the last possible second? He's like, when was the last time you brought a guy home? Oh, we should talk about that. I know we just took a bunch of shots of Canadian whiskey, but you never. Look at Joey's like, oh, took a TV show for her to introduce someone to her dad. Okay, might not be ready. Then they go to Maria's house, and there he is, Papa Bear. Here are the kids. I mean, this dad, he looks like he invented dating 30 women at the same time. I love him. I want to put my hands through his hair. I want to meet him. I want to drink wine with him. Oh, this is what hometowns is all about. He's perfect. I mean, I love it. The mom is just sitting there watching this guy put on a show. He's got bracelets on. He's got the rings.
Want to date my daughter? You gotta be good to her. You gotta be good to Nikki and Joey. You gotta eat this caprigal. You gotta eat this gyro, because we're half Italian and half Greek. You better be in on this family.
Maria's brothers look like the opposite of people you would talk to about your dating life. Like they are every guy you are dating on Hinge right now. Here's what you gotta do, Joey. You gotta not text her back. Establish dominance.
You have the most important thing in my life in your hands. She's never brought anybody to me.
I love that Maria's dad has the conversations you would normally have like in another room at the table with the whole family. He's like, she's never brought a guy home to me. She's never brought a man. No one's ever been good enough. You have the most important thing on your hand right now, and that's my daughter. And I'll murder you if you even touch her the wrong way, if you look at me the wrong way. This guy's the best.
To me, she's everything.
I want to see Maria's dad weigh in on everything. I want to meet his hairdresser. I want to meet who colors his hair. I want to meet the Oompa Loompas that he directs at his chocolate factory, because he looks just like Gene Wilder. Maria's dad always looks like he's about to tell you a story about a woman he banged backstage at a Rolling Stones concert. He's like, you want my blessing? I'll give you my blessing. Just like I blessed Regina all over her face in the bathroom at the Civic Center. I mean, Maria's dad's the best. Look at, they catch him having a little cry. I love it. He's like, oh, when you hear your family. And I got a new son. So Maria and Joey go outside to watch family movies. And for some reason, they created an outdoor theater with a window that looks at you while you watch the movie. Is this the most awkward thing you've ever had? Hey. Yeah, enjoy the movie. We're just going to sit here and watch it through the window. Nothing weird about that. Yep, if you guys decide to kiss, we'll close the shades. No problem. Just us. Just watching. Couple of kids falling in. It's weird how relatable this is to me. This would be my mom. Like if I was on a date at the house, she would just be at the top of the stairs. You need anything? Is it hot in here? Is there enough blankets? There's popcorn if you want popcorn. That's like my whole life. My house, there was no bringing anyone to my house. My mom just staring like Maria's dad. You sure? There's drinks in the fridge. The rose ceremony is being held at an airplane hangar. I can't imagine a less cozy, comfy, loving place than an airplane hangar. It's like, yeah, just go into that metal box and we'll decide who's going to have love and who won't. All the women look beautiful, but Maria just eats everyone else's lunch. I mean, she's like, remember when you used to masturbate to Jessica Rabbit? That high cut slit in her dress? Well, I'm going to do the purple version. And it's like, oh my God. Joey's about to start the rose ceremony, and Maria stops everything to pull him aside behind a helicopter
I don't want to have regrets coming out
to tell him that she loves him or is falling for him. Kind of a BS move. I mean, where's Jesse Palmer?
Saying goodbye to you the way
Is he anywhere at this moment? Like, isn't this where he's supposed to be helping, like, referee this whole thing? So then Maria leaves Joey behind the helicopter. She comes back to the other women. Rachel's like, what was that about? She says, I don't know. I'll tell you one day. I'll tell you guys one day why I tried to sabotage all of your relationships with this guy. One day, you'll be informed on what the star of the movie did tonight. You side players. Maria, come on. Kelsey and Daisy get roses, and oh, there's Jesse.
Wait, Joey. It's not the first time.
If I'm Joey, I'm like, hey, yeah, I can count how many roses are left. How about when I got dragged behind a helicopter by some crazy woman? Where were you then? And Rachel gets the final rose. Maria, going home to daddy. Maria smiles in that weird way that people smile when you're like, did you murder your spouse? And they're like, no, I love my spouse. Why would I do that? And you're like, you kind of look happy in this really sad moment. And Joey breaks up with Maria at the very cold-looking breakup bench that they have here. I mean, why couldn't they get a cozier bench situation? You're going to get dumped, and they're like, yeah, come over here and put your bare back on this very cold steel bench that's from a city bus station. That's it for The Bachelor. That's it for me. I will be back next week. Share your favorites with a friend. Share my feed post to your story. I'll be back.